In this video, we are looking for expired domains to improve a site's backlinks. So for our example here, we will look for domains that are currently available for SEO websites. Pretty generic there. You can click on deleted domains. We have 1.4 million domains that have expired in the last 7 days. That is a lot. Most of them are of no value though. Real quickly, when you sign into expireddomains.net, of course, you'll make an account beforehand, but once you've signed into that, you'll be able to arrange your own columns. You'll see right here where it says column manager. As you use the site, you'll find different columns are of more value to you or less value to you. It's kind of your own personal preference. For me, you can see that I use these categories here and these domains here, and then I have them in order of how I feel. So the primary one though that I always focus on here is domain pop. And just because I don't really care if the site has a huge domain if the site has a huge domain authority. I mean, it's an indicator of a good site, but it is just an indicator. And keep in mind, we're not trying to use the site. We're trying to use the backlinks. So the more backlinks from the greater variety of other sites, the better for redirecting for an expired domain. So let's go on and go into our show filter. I'm going to go with SEO as the name must contain. Now, there's a whole lot of other keywords that you could put in there, okay? For instance, we could do backlinks, site audit, any keywords that are specific to your industry that may pop up instead of a domain name, you could type in there. As you can see, I always use contains just because I don't know if it's going to be the beginning, I don't know if it's going to be the end, but it's going to be somewhere in there. You'll get some false positives, but you'll be able to quickly tell when you're looking through them. So what are some other criteria that we're going to use to whittle down that 1.4 million number? I'm going to go with length. I always put in 1 as my minimum. Obviously, the minimum is as few as we can get. My maximum, I'm going to put in 14. So no more than 14 characters. Hyphens, I'll accept 1. Sorry, I'll accept 0. That's what I really want. But I'll take 1. The maximum is probably going to be 1. And that's just my own personal sanity. I guess in all honesty, though, if you're looking to redirect expired domains and the domain that you buy has 18 hyphens in it, then that doesn't really matter because you're redirecting those anyway. I just hate hyphens. You do vowels, consonants, numbers, again, same as the hyphens. I'm still going to put in a limit just because what if I change my mind and actually want to use the domain later? If it's all numbers and hyphens, I can never use the domain later. So we've already got that done. Backlinks. Since we're using this to redirect, we know that we want to make sure that there are backlinks. Now, keep in mind that the number of backlinks that this site shows, okay, is going to be from a cache. No one source is really very good at providing us with a true story of how many backlinks the website has. So I only put in like 10. I just want to make sure that there's a few backlinks that this site knows about. And then I'll figure out the rest. The whole thing is we want to weed out all the true zeros. But you don't want to miss out on a site that has a ton of great backlinks, but it's just that they haven't been indexed yet, or the site isn't aware of it. They may be in the Moz index, or they may be in SEMrush's index, or they may be in Ahrefs index. So I'm going to go with 10. Maximum? There's no maximum. Just leave that alone. I don't really care about Alexa. There's my Alexa going off. Here's my, you could do dictionary words if you want to make sure that they're all in English. I'm going to leave that alone. You could do a word count. That could be like a minimum of one word, maximum of just two. If I were using this domain to actually use, I would use that, but I'm not going to. We'll leave it alone. Now, I'm going to click on domains per page. By default, I have it set at 200. You probably have it at 25 or something. Jump that up to 200. We're going to say only available domains. There's no point if it's already been re-registered. So we scroll on up here. The only next section that I would look at, okay, is the when did it expire? Um, let's just say 7 days. It's been a little bit of time since I've looked. Keep in mind though that regardless of 7 days, there's everyone else in the world has probably already looked at this point. So, you know, 12 hours, 24 hours is probably going to return to you the same results as one of these longer ones. If a domain didn't get picked up in the first 24 hours, there may be a reason why. Um, True, the reason why could be that it was dismissed and that it wasn't a good fit for whoever looked. But um, I'm more inclined to believe that the longer a domain has been available, the more likely it is that it's not really worth it. So we've added those items there. Let's go from here to the additional tab. And we're going to limit the domains that it'll return. We don't want a whole bunch of Chinese domains. We don't want a whole bunch of Russian domains. Those are probably spammy sites, and those backlinks that are going to it are probably crap. Let's not redirect a bunch of crap links to your site. So I'll do biz. Let's see, we'll do these. Why not? Um, I'm okay with these as well. This is also a matter of your own personal recipe. No, 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 for me. Moving to the next tab, AdWords and SEO. You could put in that you want to make sure there's a Wikipedia link, for instance. I'm going to leave that alone. I am going to say domain pop, though. I want a minimum of 10, no maximum. I'm hitting apply filter. We could have gone to Majestic, by the way, and put in a limit to what the trust factor was or what the citation factor was. I usually leave those alone, though. And it's good that I did, because as we can see, even with no criteria on trust factor, we only have 8 that came back. So I'm going to go back in. I'm going to loosen my restrictions. Try to see if I can get a little bit larger amount. Sometimes you just have to accept that there's no sites that are going to meet your criteria.